Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kristen Hansen, and this is Goddess Imagine, a transformational yoga and modern metaphysical studio. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with a brand new 60-minute transformational yoga class with the Valentine theme to help us attract or manifest a soul-level love relationship. A soul level relationship is a union between two people who can relate, respect, and resonate so intently with each other that there's this cosmic charge in the universe whenever you're together. Today's class is ideal for individuals who are looking to attract a new love relationship this Valentine's season, one that's deeply aligned with their journey of becoming the women they were created to be and manifesting the luxury lifestyle that they've always imagined. In keeping with our theme, 2026, the year of the dynamic do-over, we're doing a head-to-toe makeover, which includes our relationships. Because there's no way that we can become the highest version of ourselves and make all of our dreams come true when we're in or continuously attract a relationship that does not serve our highest good. Struggling with an excessive amount of trauma and drama can wreak havoc in our relationships, right? Beginning with choosing a partner from a twisted and distorted perspective. When we've habitually encountered broken relationships, we've experienced domestic violence, battled lifelong addictions, have had our hearts repeatedly ripped out of our chest, or witnessed our own parents' dysfunctional behaviors, or whatever it is for you, right? We lack having and operating from a healthy and balanced mindset. Many of us suffer from incredibly low self-confidence, low self-worth, and lack of self-respect. And then we subconsciously choose partners from that specific type of damage. We either burn through partners with our own self-sabotaging behaviors, or we end up hooking up with some rando, and then we spend the next 5, 10, 15 years or more just trying to survive in this dysfunctional relationship, wishing and hoping that one day they're going to wake up and become the partner of our dreams, and then we'll live happily ever after together, right? And it's just not going to happen. And then we go through the crazy, gut-wrenching breakups. We leave a mile-wide path of chaos and destruction, only to repeat the same exact cycle over and over again. Because until we can come to a point in our life where we can recognize and release all of the trauma and drama that's wedged deep within our mind, body, and spirit, we're unable to realize that we are more than worthy of attracting a loving, supportive, authentic, soul level relationship. In today's yoga class, we'll flow to wipe our heart slate clean. Together, we'll release the damage and dysfunction. We'll learn to radically increase our self-confidence, our self-worth, and our self-respect. And then we'll go forward with a fresh heart and a brand new spirit to become the women we were created to be and manifesting the soul level relationship that we've always imagined. In today's class, we'll flow to wipe our heart slate clean. We'll learn to release the damage and dysfunction. We'll radically increase our self-confidence, our self-worth, and our self-respect. And we'll go forward with a fresh heart and a brand new spirit to become the women we were created to be and manifesting the soul level relationship that we've always imagined. In today's class, we will be doing a seated savasana. As always, you're more than welcome to enter into a reclined. If you'd like to go ahead and get your yoga mat and your blocks and your yoga gear, when you're ready, I will meet you on the mat. To begin, we come to sit in the center of our mat in Sukhasana or easy pose. We tuck our feet up underneath us, and then we come to a tall spine. We stack the head over the heart, over our hips, draw the shoulders away from our jaw, and hold the stomach in nice and tight. And we just give ourselves a moment to come into our practice. Maybe let our backside feel the earth for a moment. And as we feel ourselves coming into that alignment, we can release our hands, open our palms to the universe, and close our eyes down. As we formally enter into our session, We come into this time and space, this time and place. And together we open the door to the spiritual realm from the mundane world, and we park all of our worldly concerns at the door. We take all of our outward, scattered, and disconnected attention and focus it back inwards towards ourselves. And we open up the mind, body, and spirit to infinite possibilities. As we inhale, release our hands, we lift them high overhead. Palms come together as we exhale down to prayer hands at our chest. We pause here to invite our higher power to join us. We connect with our inner goddess. We activate our divine feminine energy. And we can also use this time to set a personal intention for ourselves. If there's something specific that you'd like to gain from our time together. When we're finished, we bow and say, "So mote it be." Then we come back up and we pause here just for a moment as we come back to center. I have just a couple questions I'd like to ask you to keep in the forefront of your mind as we go through our session today. Something to keep bringing your thoughts back to. And the first one is, what does soul level love mean to you? When you hear those words, soul level love or soul level relationship, what does that mean to you? What does that look and feel like? And the second question is, how can we let our guard down, allow ourselves to become vulnerable, and actually become excited about this new possibility? Many of us have been so just devastated by relationships. How can we find a renewed spirit and actually be excited about love? And let's take a deep breath in together and a deep breath out. And then we begin. Open our eyes, bring our hands to our knees as we come into our head turns. We begin by turning our head all the way over towards our right shoulder. As we inhale, we turn our head to the left. Exhale, we come back to the right. Inhale, bring our eyes to center. We lift them up as high as we comfortably can. Exhale, we sink the chin to chest, let the shoulders fall. Beautiful. We come back to center, turn to look over our left shoulder. As we inhale, turn our head to the right. Exhale, we come back to the left. Inhale, bring our eyes to center, lift them up to the sky as high as we comfortably can. Exhale, sink the chin to chest, let the shoulders fall. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, tilt the right ear down towards the right shoulder. We pause here to open up the left side of our neck, maybe drawing that left shoulder a little further down from the jaw. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Wonderful. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, tilt the left ear down towards the left shoulder. We pause here to open up the right side of the neck, maybe bringing that right shoulder down just a bit. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back to center for our shoulder rolls. As we inhale, roll the shoulders forward, then lift them up to our ears. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down our spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, roll them down the spine. One more time. Inhale, Roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down our spine. Awesome. Now we come into our torso circles. We're activating that root chakra energy all the way up to the crown. And we can begin by going in clockwise position. Starting small, tapping into our own spirit, and then we gently increase the width of that circle as we go. We keep breathing, keep our focus on our intention as we open up to this flow, activating the root, tapping into our own energy, and allowing ourselves to go with this flow, bringing ourselves all the way around, and then we come back to our central point. We come back to center, and now we begin to go the opposite direction. We keep breathing, keep focusing, doing our best as we widen our circles, activating our chakras, getting the energy pumping. And then bringing ourselves back to our central point. Beautiful. Coming back to center for our seated cat-cows, we take our hands on our knees, press them forward. As we lift our heart and eyes up to the sky, we inhale. Exhale, round the spine, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the eyes as we come into cow. Exhale, sink the chin to chest as we raise the spine. Inhale, lift the heart, lift our eyes to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. One more time, we inhale. Lift the heart, lift the eyes. Exhale, chin to chest as we round the spine. Awesome. Bring ourselves back to center. Release the hands all the way out to the sides. And as we do, we widen the fingertips, finding width between the shoulders, extending our arms out as far as we comfortably can. And then gently easing those arms back as we lift the heart up to the sky, fully activating each of our chakras, activating the stellar gateway from the earth to the sky, finding our path. Bringing ourselves back to center as we inhale, flip the palms, bring the hands up high overhead. Draw the biceps back as we elongate the body. We sink the sits bones into the earth, lift our soul to the sky. And then exhale, float the fingertips down to the ground. Beautiful. As we inhale, find your flow, tap into it as we raise our hands up high overhead. Draw the biceps back as we lift the eyes, lift the heart. Exhale, float the fingertips back down to the ground. Awesome. As we inhale, place our left hand on the mat. We bring the right bicep over to the right ear as we exhale. We pause to open up the right side of our body, gently bringing our head back, keeping our ears in alignment with our shoulder and our bicep. And then we gently roll the shoulder back, rotate our heart to the sky. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then float our right hand back down to the ground. Beautiful. Inhale, raise our hands back up high overhead. Draw the biceps back. Exhale, float the fingertips down to the ground. We inhale, place our right hand on the mat as we bring the left bicep over to the left ear. We exhale. We pause here for a big opening on the left. We draw the head back to keep our ears in alignment with the bicep and our shoulder. And then we roll the left shoulder back, rotate our heart to the sky. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Awesome. Float the left hand down to the ground. You're doing amazing. Inhale, raise our hands back up overhead. As we clap our hands, we turn to the right and open up into a twist. Our right hand comes behind our right hip, And our left hand comes on our right knee to levy us into this twist. And we straighten the spine from the root to the crown, and then we can safely sink into our twist. And we can imagine that we're wringing out the damage and dysfunction. We're wringing out the trauma and drama, getting that garbage out of our bodies. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Then we inhale, bring our hands back up overhead. We turn towards the left, clap our hands as we exhale, open to a twist. Left hand becomes, why can't I say that? The left hand comes behind the hip, right hand comes to the left knee as we straighten the spine from the root to the crown, and then safely we sink into our twist. And we continue releasing the damage and dysfunction, all the negativity that we've incurred in our lifetime. We continue to wring it out through this work. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, raise our hands back up overhead. As we exhale, bring the palms behind us and rest them behind our hips onto the floor. As we come into a mini supported back bend, we press into the palms as we slowly lift the heart upwards. Allow our head to remain buoyant as we fully activate our heart chakra today. Even though all of our chakras are engaged, our special focus today will be our heart. And we shine that heart light forward to the sky, out into the universe. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Walk ourselves all the way back up to the center of the mat. And then we turn to face the top of the mat. We can stretch our legs out in front of us, give them a little bit of a shake. And we take the right leg, extend it out at a 45-degree angle. We can keep a slight bend in the knee, but flex our toes to the sky. Bend the left knee and bring the left heel as close as you can to the pubic bone. Bringing our hands back around our hips as we realign the spine. Inhale, raise our hands up overhead, draw the biceps back. We turn towards the right leg, then we exhale, we come down over this leg. Draw the shoulders back, flatten the spine. As we pause here to breathe, we keep breathing, keeping our breath fluid, bringing ourselves back to our mission, back to our focus. Why we're here today. If any negative thoughts begin to bubble up, we just let them flutter on by. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Walk ourselves back up to center. As we inhale, rotate the left hand behind you. Exhale, we lift our hips up to the sky. And we shine that heart light outwards. We take a full breath in and a full breath out, and then lower ourselves back down to the mat gently. Beautiful. Extend the left leg out, give them both a shake. And then we bend the right knee and bring the right heel as close as we can to the pubic bone. We can keep a slight bend in our knee, but flex our toes up to the sky. Hands come back around the hips. We align the spine. Inhale, raise our hands up overhead, pull the biceps back. We turn towards the left as we exhale, hinge forward from our hips over our left leg. Draw the shoulders back, flatten the spine. And we keep breathing, keep focusing, staying present in our practice, remembering why we're here. Every day we come back to the mat. Every day we do better than the day before. We just keep our higher focus in the central part of our mind. We take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back up to center. As we inhale, rotate the right hand behind us. Exhale, we lift our hips up to the sky. And we practice shining our confidence, our self-worth, and our self-respect. We take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then slowly lower ourselves back down to the ground. Awesome. Now, we widen both of our feet out. For a seated wide-legged forward fold, we can give them a little bit of shake. Again, we can keep the knees slightly bent, but the toes come to the sky. Draw the shoulders back. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, raise the hands up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Once our hands are on the mat, draw the palms back as we're working to bring our elbows down as close as we can to the mat. Draw the shoulders back and then lift our eyes towards the top of the mat as we come into this big opening. And we begin to let things go. The negativity, the thoughts, the self-doubts, all those things that keep popping into our mind regarding relationships, we learn to let those things go. The anticipation, the worries, all of those things, we lay them down to the mat. We surrender that negativity. It no longer serves our highest good. We take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Awesome. Walk ourselves back up, tuck our feet up underneath us, come up and over into our tabletop position. If you're tall like me, you want to come down to the second part of our mat here for our wide-legged, hold on just a minute. As we're coming into our wide-legged child's pose, we inhale, widen our knees to the edge of the mat. We bring the big toes together. Exhale, send the hips back to wide-legged child's pose. If this is a little bit of a stretch for you, you can bring the knees in closer or place a block under our backside. Then we walk our hands out, roll the fingertips out, and press each one into the mat. Hold the stomach in nice and tight as we're working to re-elongate the body. And we can imagine healing energy coming up from the earth, up into the root chakra, cleansing and clearing each of our chakras as it works its way up. And as it comes up to our heart chakra region, it shines a special light, cleanses and cleans all the emotional weight that we've carried in our heart. The disappointment, the abandonment, the neglect, the infidelity, all of those painful emotions. And it's okay to release those emotions out into the universe. It goes right out through our crown chakra, up into the universe to be recycled for our highest good. You take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise, bring the knees together. Exhale, we come to upward facing dog. Press into the palms, roll the elbow eyes forward. And we practice rising to this new version of ourselves. Every time we come to up dog or cobra, we imagine that we're rising to this new aspect of ourselves, our up-leveled and transformed version of who we're working to become. Shine the heart forward as we take a full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Beautiful. Bring ourselves back as we inhale, widen out the knees to the edge of the mat. Exhale, wide-legged child's pose. It's okay to take a moment and get yourself situated. As we walk the hands out, roll the fingertips out, press each one into the mat. Hold the stomach tight. As we continue releasing emotions, negativity, all of the things that don't serve our highest good, the words we've heard, the things we've suffered with, the problems we'd struggle with. We practice letting that go a little bit every time, every day we get on the mat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Come to rise as we bring our knees together. Exhale, we come to upward facing dog. Press into the palms, roll the elbow eyes forward. We draw the head back slightly. And we shine with this new belief in ourselves. We shine with confidence. We're learning to let that guard down. We're learning to open ourselves to new possibilities. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. We send ourselves back to a child's pose very gently. Ease the hips back to a child's pose as we come into our Shakti flow.
Shakti flow helps us to activate that divine feminine creative force that lives within us. And we want to utilize that Shakti energy to attract and manifest our soul level love, but also to connect to ourselves on a deeper level. As we inhale, we come to rise so elegantly to upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the chin to chest as we come to downward facing dog. Inhale, we lower back to tabletop. Exhale, send the hips back to child's pose. We inhale, come to rise so elegantly to upward facing dog. Tuck the chin to chest as we exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we come back to tabletop. Exhale, send the hips back, child's pose. Beautiful. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, we come to rise so elegantly in upward facing dog. Tuck the chin to chest as we exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we lower back to tabletop. Exhale, send the hips back to child's pose. Beautiful. We pause here to take a collective feminine deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Awesome. We come to rise, turn the toes down, lift ourselves up into downward facing dog. We pause here. We can pedal out our feet. Press our heels down towards the mat. Widen the fingers on the mat as we press into the mat. Releasing the shoulders. And then we come to a pause, maybe widening our feet about a foot or so, pressing back on our hands as we come into a place of stillness. As we begin to imagine what life would be like with a partner who's aligned with the same trajectory that we are. We're not fixing someone, we're not supporting someone. We're jiving and aligning with someone that's on the same trajectory as us. Let's just pause here to imagine that for a moment. Awesome. Let's bring our feet back together. And then we take about a half a step forward, bend the knees, lift our eyes towards the top of the mat, and then slowly walk to the top of the mat, keeping our fingertips connected. As we root our heels into the mat, give yourself a moment to get your balance. Then we inhale, root to rise, lift the hands up high overhead. Palms come together as we exhale, lower to prayer hands at our chest. We pause here for a moment before 2 rounds of sun salutations, Goddess Imagine style, making sure we're all tucked in here. And we root our heels into the earth as we lift our soul to the sky. We strive to find balance in the mat, and we take that wisdom out into the real world. And we take a moment here to focus our energy inward before we start. Beautiful. Bring our hands down around our sides to mountain pose, and we begin. Inhale, bend the knees, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, we sink into chair. Inhale, swoop our arms up and back to extended mountain. Exhale for a wide arm forward fold. We can take as much bend in the knees as we need here. Then we inhale, come to rise to halfway lift, flatten the spine, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. We can lower to the knees. Exhale, chaturanga down to the mat. Inhale, rise to cobra, shine the heart. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, we press up to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step to the top of the mat with our right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swoop the arms up and back to extended mountain. Exhale for a wide arm forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. We can lower it to the knees, or as we exhale, chaturanga, the whole body down to the ground. Inhale, rise to cobra, shine the heart. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, we press up into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step up with our left foot to the top. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift our hands up high. Exhale, sink down into chair. Inhale, swoop the arms up and back to extended mountain. Exhale for a wide arm forward fold. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank pose, your choice. Exhale, chaturanga down to the mat. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, we press into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step up with our right foot to the top. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swoop the arms up and back, extended mountain. Exhale for a wide arm forward fold. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with your left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we come forward to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga down to the mat. Inhale, rise to cobra, shine the heart. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, we come back to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step to the top of the mat with our left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift the hands up high overhead. Change up as we exhale, back to a wide arm forward fold. Step back with our right foot, step back with our left foot, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We pause here to breathe. Reconnect with ourselves, reconnect with our practice. If you're tired, you can come down to tabletop, child's pose, whatever you feel. When you're ready, you come back to the class. When we're ready, we inhale. We come to three-legged dog with the right foot. Pop the hip as we exhale. Come to modified scorpion pose. And we come back to center as we inhale. Bring the right knee to the right elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, bring the right knee to the left elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Then we inhale, step to the top of the mat with our right foot. Exhale, lower the left knee down as we come to low lunge. Stack the hands on top of our knees, get our balance, get ourselves situated. Align the spine, and then gently we can ease the pelvis forward as we open up the hip on the left, but we also open up that pelvic floor, right? We continue to release the trauma, release the drama as we edge forward. And then we inhale, release the hands as we glide back and swoop forward into a strong crescent pose. Exhale as we open to the goddess. Inhale, rotate our hands back up overhead. We clap, exhale as we open to a twist. Draw the shoulders down, lift the heart, lift the eyes. We take a deep breath in and a deep breath out.
Now, as we inhale, rotate the left hand behind you, let it rest on your back leg. Exhale, swoop the right hand up into a half camel. Gently draw the bicep back towards the ears as we high five the fingers. Hold on just a minute. I got to do that again. Give me a second here. Cut me back to here. Then we inhale, rotate the left hand behind us, let it rest on our thigh. Exhale, swoop the right hand up to half camel. Draw the bicep back as we high five the fingers, and then gently sink the pelvis to the mat as we lift our heart and eyes to the sky. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring the left hand up to meet the right, back to crescent pose. Exhale, float the fingertips down to the ground. As we inhale, place our left hand on the mat next to our foot. As we exhale, rotate the right hand up to the sky. Press into the whole foot as we twist deep into the waist. Bringing that right shoulder over the left, we open the chest and then turn to look up to the sky. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Bring our right hand down to the mat. We step back to downward facing dog. Awesome. Now, we inhale, swoop forward for our vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome. Here we go on the left. We inhale, come to three-legged dog. Pop the hip as we exhale to modified scorpion. We come back to center, inhale, bring the left knee to the left elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, bring the left knee to the right elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, step to the top of the mat with our left foot. Exhale, bring the right knee down to low lunge. Take a moment to get your balance. Stack our hands on top of our knees. Draw the shoulders back. And then gently we ease forward, opening up the hip here on the right, opening up that pelvic floor. Then we inhale, release the hands as we glide forward. We come to our crescent pose. Exhale as we open to the goddess. Inhale, rotate our hands up high overhead. Exhale as we clap open to a twist. Draw the shoulders down, lift the heart, lift the eyes. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Then we inhale, rotate our right hand, let it rest on our right thigh. Exhale, swoop the left hand up to half camel. Draw the bicep back, high five the fingers, sink the pelvis as we lift our eyes and our heart to the sky. It's a big opening here. We hold for 3, 2, 1. You got this. Inhale, bring our right hand back up to crescent pose. Exhale, float the fingertips down to the mat. Place your right hand on the mat as we inhale. Rotate the left hand up as we exhale. Press into the whole sole of the foot as we twist deep in the waist, bringing that left shoulder over the right. We open up the chest, open up the heart chakra. Turn to look up to the sky. We take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. Bring our left hand down to the mat. We step back to downward facing dog. Awesome. Then we inhale, come forward for our vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, we step up with our right foot to the top of the mat. Get your bearings. Then we exhale, circle the hands up to high lunge. Pause here, sink that right heel into the mat, draw the biceps back, align the spine, maybe bring your hands just a little closer together. Then we inhale, open to the goddess, rotate the hands up overhead, we clap, exhale, open to a twist. Do your best, stay with me, lower the shoulders, extend the arms. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, rotate the left hand back, parallel the back foot as we open into a warrior two.
As we come into our strong warrior two, drop the shoulders down, lift the heart, lift the eyes, extend the fingertips out, and we come into a strong warrior two. And we are warriors, we are fighters, but also there comes a time when we don't want to fight so much. We spend so much time fighting against everyone and everything, right? It's time to ease off. It's time to just stop fighting everything and maybe flip the palm as we inhale, come back to peaceful warrior, and invite some peace into our life. As we exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, we come back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, straighten the front leg to reverse triangle. As we inhale, we come to a standing T, shift to the right, exhale, we come down into triangle pose. We can use the block to place behind our foot, gently ease the head back. As we come into triangle, when we can do hard things on the mat, we can do hard things in our life. We can either bring our eyes to the ground or look up to the sky. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Then we inhale, back up to a T, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, rotate our hands down to low lunge. Once our hands are on the mat, place our left hand as we breathe in, rotate the right hand up as we breathe out, evolved high lunge. Press into the whole foot as we draw that right shoulder over the left, deep twist in the waist, and then we turn to look up to the sky. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Bring the right hand down to the mat. We step back to downward facing dog. Awesome. Inhale, come to our vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we do the left. Inhale, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, rotate the hands up to high lunge. Pause here, get your balance. We sink the left heel into the mat, draw the biceps back, straighten the spine. Then we inhale, we open to the goddess, rotate the hands back up overhead. We clap, exhale, twist to the left. You got this. Lower the shoulders, lift the heart, lift the eyes. I can do hard things. We take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, rotate the right hand overhead. Exhale, we come into warrior two. Draw the shoulders down, lift the chin, extend the arms out nice and strong. As we take our powerful stance, we're working to find balance. It's okay to stand up for ourselves. It's okay to fight for ourselves. We will want to ease off that constant need to fight everyone and everything. We turn to the left, we inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, ease back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, we come to reverse triangle. Inhale, we come to a standing T, shift to the left as we exhale, triangle pose. We can straighten that front leg just a little bit, ease the head back. Eyes can go to the ground or to the sky. We pause here for 3, 2, 1. Then we inhale. We come to a T. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm. We come back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, rotate the hands down to low lunge. Place the right hand on the mat as we inhale. Rotate the left hand up as we exhale, revolve lunge. Press into that whole foot as we twist deep in the waist. Stack that left shoulder over the right. Lift our eyes up to the sky. We take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring the left hand down to the mat. We step back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale. We flow forward to our vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. You're doing amazing. Keep breathing. Stay with me. Inhale, step up with our right foot to the top of the mat, and then pivot all 10 toes towards the long side back of the mat. Look down, make sure your feet are aligned. If they're not, take a moment, widen the heels out, And then lower the crown down towards the earth as we come into Prasarita Paditandasana. We can use the blocks to bridge the gap. If we're not quite able to touch it, that's okay. We modify as we need. Maybe turn our head to the left, maybe turn our head to the right. Let some blood flow to our brain. And then we inhale, walk out to a halfway lift, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, we come back to forward fold. Inhale, walk out to a halfway lift, draw the shoulders, flatten the spine. Exhale, we come back to forward fold. Then we bend the knees, inhale, place our hands on our hips. As we exhale, rotate up, release the hands up to the sky for star pose. I like to assimilate star pose with our star qualities or our gifts and graces. And what powerful aspects of ourself can we tap into our positive qualities that we can use on our journey to up-level and transform into the women we were created to be, but also for manifesting that soul level relationship. We lift the heart, lift the eyes to the sky, take a full breath in and a full breath out. As we inhale, bring the palms together, lower down to prayer, hands at our chest. Turn in the heels, and then exhale, we lower down into a squat. Tuck the hips forward, bring the shoulders back just a little bit. As we align that spine, keeping our prayer hands at chest, and we lower as far down as we comfortably can. And we pause here to connect with our inner goddess, our true self. Listening for any messages that she may have for us on our journey, how we can tap into our authentic self. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Then we come to rise, release our hands, parallel the back foot to the back of the mat, point the front toes forward, place your left hand on your left hip, step to the top of the mat in mountain pose. We'll be doing a quad 4 or seated pigeon into a warrior 3, wide arm warrior 3. So we come to stand in mountain pose, shift our weight to our right foot as we come onto the ball of our left. As we inhale, raise our hands up high overhead, palms come together, we lower to prayer, hands at our chest. Raise the left knee, take the left ankle, cross it over the right knee. As we exhale, lower down to a squat. Some people find this a little easier than eagle pose. I do, with my foot issues. Want to draw the spine back just a little bit. Keep breathing, keep focusing. If you fall out, come back. You take a full breath in and a full breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise, release the left leg. And then we exhale, come forward to a wide arm warrior 3. This is where we take flight, we soar. With all the things that we're learning, we take flight and we try them on. We keep breathing, we keep learning, and we keep doing. We pause here for 3, 2, 1. As we inhale, lower our hands down to the mat, touch down with your left foot, exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward for our vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Here we go on the left. Inhale, step up with our left foot to the top of the mat, and then pivot all of our toes to the front side of the long side of the mat. Look down, make sure your feet are even. Widen the heels, and then lower down to our Prasarita Paditandasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Take a moment here just to rest, reflect, dream, to get to know ourselves on a deeper level. As we inhale, walk out to a halfway lift, draw the shoulders back, flatten the spine. Exhale, we come back to a forward fold. Inhale, walk out to a halfway lift, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, we come back to a forward fold.
Bend the knees as we inhale, place our hands on our hips. As we rotate up, we exhale, release the hands right into star pose. Draw the shoulders back, lift our heart and our eyes to the sky as we tap into our gifts and graces, bringing those energies forward. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. As we inhale, bring the palms together, lower to prayer, hands at our chest. Turn in the heels, and as we exhale, we come to a goddess squat. Bring the hips forward, draw the shoulders back, and then lower yourself down as far as you comfortably can go. And we connect with our inner goddess, the woman we were created to be before everything went sideways. We listen to her and we can borrow powerful knowledge from her. We hold here for 3, 2, 1. Come to rise, release the hands, parallel the back foot to the back of the mat, point the front toes forward, place your right hand on your right hip, step to the top of the mat. Now we do our quad 4 and warrior 3 on the left. We come to stand, shift our weight to our left foot as we come onto the ball of our right. Inhale, raise the hands up overhead, lower to prayer, hands at our chest. We lift the right knee, take the right ankle, cross it over the left knee. Exhale as we come to a squat. And again, stay with me, stay focused. If you fall out, just keep coming back. You're okay. Keep breathing. Keep focusing. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. We come to rise as we inhale, release the right leg. Exhale, we roll forward, wide arm warrior 3. You got this. Lighten your heart, lighten your soul, lighten your perspective. It's going to be okay. Allow yourself to fly. We hold for 3, 2, 1. As we inhale, lower our hands to the mat, touch down with our right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. Inhale, flow forward to our vinyasa. We come to upward facing dog. Boom. Downward facing dog. You did it. Awesome. Lower down to our knees. Send the hips back. Child's pose. Well done, everyone. And we walk ourselves back to an upright seat here as we ease back on our heels. And we'll talk about our peak pose today, which is camel pose. And I wanted to invite camel pose into our practice because I really wanted our focus to be on the heart chakra, right? We've been doing the releasing and we're letting go of the trauma, the drama, the damage and dysfunction. And I want to prepare us for leading with our heart, right? To be bold and to be able to let our guard down and to allow ourselves to be vulnerable and allow ourselves to be excited about the possibility of meeting this soul level love. Okay, so our focus is on the heart chakra. And we've been working our way towards that, right? Lifting the heart, lifting the chest, drawing the shoulders back, all the poses that we've done today. I will do a demo, first of all. And number 2, with camel pose, if you have any obvious head and neck injuries and coming into a mini back bend may be something that's uncomfortable for you, then please feel free to modify to maybe a child's pose or a tabletop or downward facing dog or something else that's comfortable for you. Number 2, when we come into this pose, we don't lead with the head, right? We lead with the hips, and I'll do a demo, all right? Then we can do it together. So we begin by coming to kneel in the center of our mat. The full version of camel pose is our knees underneath our hips. We come to a tall spine, draw the shoulders back, turn the toes down. Then we shift the hips forward, allowing the chest to lift, and then reaching back for the hands as we bow the chest upwards, right? It's an intense back bend. I'm not there yet. I can do it like with one hand, but I'm not to the point of doing it with both. So we do a beginner level to help open us up to this pose and then practice it over time. And we begin the same way with our knees underneath our hips, draw the shoulders down, bring the hands behind your lower back for support, and we imagine that our shoulder blades are closer together, that our elbows meet. We focus our attention forward,
And then gently we shift the hips forward. And as we do, the chest naturally begins to lift. We keep the head buoyant. We allow the head to float. And then we ease back as far as we comfortably can. We draw the shoulders back. When we've reached that point, we take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then slowly bring ourselves back to center. Release the hands down to the mat, bring the knees together, and we ease back into a child's pose. Okay? So that is camel. I invite you to go forward as you feel comfortable. So we come to kneel in the center of our mat. Knees are underneath the hips. Draw the shoulders down. Turn the toes down. Focus our attention forward. Hands come behind the waist here to support our lower back. We bring the shoulder blades and elbows as close as we can together. Then we slowly shift the hips forward. Allow the chest to lift. Draw the shoulders back. Let the head be buoyant as we come back into our camel pose. And we activate that heart light. We open ourselves to divine possibilities. Open ourselves up to finding that soul level love on our journey to become the highest version of ourselves and manifesting the relationship that we've always imagined. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Slowly, we come back to center. Release the hands down to the mat. Knees come together. We come to child's pose. Beautiful. Now we pause here. Take a collective full breath in. Exhale, full breath out. Awesome. We come to rise. Turn to sit on our backside for our seated forward fold. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. We come to sit with our legs extended. Give everyone a moment to get in our position here. For our seated forward fold, the legs are extended. We can keep a bend in the knee, but we want our toes lifted up to the sky. Hands come back around our hips as we draw the shoulder blades down. Inhale, raise the hands up overhead, draw the biceps back. Exhale, we come to a forward fold. Draw the shoulders down, flatten the spine. And we allow ourselves to breathe. You have worked so hard today. I am so proud of you. You did an amazing job today. It took a lot of courage just to get on the mat, but it's even more amazing that you joined me in the entire practice. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. We inhale, come to rise, lift the hands back up high overhead. Draw the biceps back, lift the heart, lift the eyes. Exhale, forward fold. Draw the shoulders back, flatten our spine. Allow yourself to breathe. All the hard work is over. Now it's time to enjoy yourself. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Awesome. Bring ourselves back to center. Bend the right knee and bring the right heel as close as you can to the midline of the body. And then rotate the right hand behind you. As we inhale, take the left hand, wrap around the right leg, hold it close to our body. And then we straighten the spine from the root to the crown. As we exhale, we turn to look over our shoulder. Deep twist in the mid part of the body as we continue to wring out the damage, wring out the dysfunction. We continue with our twists. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Awesome. Release the left hand, release the right leg. We give them a shake. Then we bend the left knee, bring the left heel to the midline of the body, and then rotate the left arm behind you. As we inhale, take the right hand, wrap it around our left leg, hold it close to our body. Align the spine from the root to the crown, and as we exhale, we turn to look over our shoulder. And what does it feel like to begin releasing the trauma and the drama? It may feel a little strange at first not having that heaviness, but we get used to the lightness over time.
We get used to not feeling so bad all the time. Let's take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release the right hand, release the left leg as we come back to center for our bound angle pose. Bring the soles of the feet together, and we want to bring the heels as close as we can to the body. You may have to reach back and adjust your backside a few times. We interlace the fingers and then wrap around the toes. As we inhale, draw the shoulders down, lift the eyes, bring the chin up until it's parallel with the mat. Hold the stomach in tight. As we exhale, press the outer edges of the feet together and allow the knees to fall down towards the mat. This is a big hip opener here. But we're opening up those areas that helps us to release the trauma and drama and the damage and dysfunction. We just keep breathing. Maybe we're smiling. Maybe feeling positive emotions for the first time in a while. Allow yourself to feel. Sometimes people feel emotional, they may cry. That's okay. We can just let it all go. We take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release our hands and bring our knees together in our seat here, maybe bringing our heels a little closer. Wrap with our right hand, wrap our legs with our left hand, and give yourself a great big hug. Maybe it's been a while since you've received a hug or have hugged anyone. Maybe it's been a long time since you felt any kind of connection with anyone. But you're okay and you're safe exactly where you are. It's okay to want to try again. It's okay to think outside the box. It's okay to think beyond the trauma and drama. So often we think, oh, maybe I'd like to have a partner, but then all that crushing pain and all those memories and thoughts come back. But we can't keep going forward with that same tattered picture. It's okay to begin a new picture. As we up-level and transform, as we continue to do this work, as we open our mind, body, and spirit to releasing the things that don't serve our highest good, we become up-leveled and we begin to attract people from that raised perspective. We're not attracting people from the damage. We're attracting people from the healed. It's a whole different ballgame. We still have to be careful, but we don't have to be crazy. There's a difference. And I invite you to think about that as we go forward in our journey. Let's breathe in together. And we exhale. Beautiful. Release our hands, release our legs. If you're coming into a reclined savasana, you want to scooch down as close as you can to the edge of the mat to give you space, and then recline vertebrae by vertebrae until you're fully reclined on the mat. If you're coming into seated, we turn to face the side of the mat in our sukhasana. And again, we'll give everyone a moment to get into position. If you're reclined, maybe you want to have a blanket or a pillow for underneath your head, maybe a bolster for underneath your knees, whatever you need, go ahead and get those things. And Savasana really is the most integral part of the practice because it allows us to take on everything that we've done, all the work that we've done, and the bits of inspiration and information that we've learned in this journey. It allows us to take that on because when we come from a damaged perspective, we keep moving, right? We're moving from one thing to the next because if we slow down, then we begin to feel too much, right? So we keep it moving, we keep it pushing. Savasana teaches us ease, to relax, to rest, to nurture, to go in. It's okay to feel those things, but we just don't focus on it. We let that negativity go and we continue to attract more positive into us. The yogis got it right when they came up with Savasana, because it really is powerful. For those of you that are reclined, if you're ready, those that are seated, we stay in our tall seat. We stack our head over our heart, over our hips. Open up our palms to the universe as we close our eyes down. And as we sit here together today, I invite you to contemplate what 1 to 3 steps do you plan to take to go forward in your journey of attracting a soul level love relationship? What 1 to 3 steps do you feel that you're ready to take as you leave from this practice today?
And we'll take some time to contemplate that together. And we can begin to bring ourselves back to the here and now. If you'd like to stay longer, you're more than welcome to. For those of you that are ready to go forward, we want to take back with us safely everything that we've learned today. Every thought, every inspiration, every bit of information, whatever positive information you've received, we want to bring that back with us from our session today. And then we bring our hands to prayer hands at our chest as we seal the deal. Let's take a full breath in together. Exhale, we breathe it out. Beautiful. Let's bow to each other and say namaste, that the yogi in me honors and recognizes the yogi in you. So mote it be. Then we come to rise, to open our eyes. That's the end of our class today. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly hope that you found this class beneficial. I know firsthand how hard it is to even dare to think about falling in love again, but it is possible. It is possible. We just want to make sure that we're doing the work first to raise ourselves up, and then we're looking from that raised perspective. If you need any additional assistance, I have a tarot class that I just released with the same title. If you'd like some further information and inspiration on your journey, I also have additional yoga classes, other readings, a couple of my podcasts. So please feel free to explore my channel. And if you would like to subscribe, I truly appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Brightest blessings, everyone, and namaste. I will see you all in the next video. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And thank you.